Welcome back to Hustle System. My name is Mikhail, and I help people master the mindset, build a better business, and help you live your life on your terms. In this video, we're going to help you break out of the stress addiction and show you why you might be creating the stress in your life. If you're someone who's ever been stressed and you just quite couldn't shake it, well, this video is for you. As always, before we begin, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe down below. And if you have subscribed, but have not clicked the notification bell, please click that so you can be notified when I upload more, like the video, all that good stuff. So stress, where does it come from? Well, there's internal self-imposed stress that we put on ourselves, and then there's external stress put on you by the environment. So if you're up climbing Mount Everest and you're a little cold, you're stressed out because of it, that is environmental stress. But if you're going to a job you hate over and over again, you might think it's your job, and I'm gonna show you why it isn't, why you are actually creating your own stress in your life, and why you're probably addicted to that state and not actually able to evolve past it, all right? Huge concept, super important, because stress kills, okay? Truth. It's been tested over and over again. High cortisol levels decrease life expectancy. No bueno. That is precious minutes that you don't get to spend on this earth looking at pictures of fluffy pandas, looking at pandas going down slides, you know, hugging turtles, all these great things that you want to do with your life, you don't get to do them because you are stressed out. And if you were to pause for a minute right now, and you were to imagine a stress-free life, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? My bet is if you are like most people, there's a lot of buts that come up, okay? I'm telling you, hey, here's a stress-free life. And you go, but this, but that, but this, but that. You are skeptical because you've never actually been there, and so you assume that it doesn't exist. Right? But you ever see people that seem to just enjoy things, and they might not have as much money as you, as much status, but they just seem happier. And yet you see other people that have everything in the world, and yet they're not happy no matter how much they get. Why is that, right? It's all in your mind. See, you've created a certain reality for yourself, and you've made certain assumptions. For example, going to work should be stressful. It's going to be stressful today. I'm going to wake up, it's going to be a stressful day. Okay, my question is why? Why is it that you get so many minutes, so many hours, so many days, so many weeks, so many months, so many years to live, and that's the way you choose to live? Choose, conscious choice. That's where we're going to begin this journey, is an understanding that your addiction is a conscious choice that you're making every single day. Somebody cuts you off on the freeway, conscious choice. Wake up, stub your toe, conscious choice. Lose your job, lose something more important, conscious choice. There is a space between the event and the reaction that allows you to choose, which means that there's no such thing as a reaction at all. There are only actions. And so if you are acting in ways that are causing you to believe that things are stressful and are reinforcing the belief that things are stressful, it will be stressful. But you can simply choose to not have it. Things that are, quote, stressful to you. Let's break down why. Okay, let's say you go into work and your boss yells at you. And you're like, ah, so stressful. My boss is just yelling at me all the time. And well, let's take a step back, because now you're telling a story. So let's look at the facts. Your boss yelling at you. How much does that have to do with your boss, and how much does it have to do with you? Again, conscious action, right? Why does that affect you so much? Let's say you're walking down the street and a homeless person yells at you, okay? Let's say you're walking down the street and there's a homeless guy there and he goes, "You're the worst person ever." Okay? Are you going to let that affect you? Are you grounded enough to understand that that person doesn't know anything about you? That it's not the universe playing some cruel joke. It has 100% to do with them, 0% to do with you. It's not a 98-2, it's not a 80-20, it's not a 50-50. Now it's got 100% to do with them, 0% to do with you. Because you choose your own internal actions. And you should know what you stand for. You should know who you are. Okay? So why is it then that when your boss yells at you, you're not able to make that same adjustment? Well, is it because of leverage? Because that person can fire you? Is it because you've created some sort of emotional attachment situation where, well, because your boss knows you, clearly you must not be that good. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, again, stories, not facts. What if it's 100 to 0? What if it's 100% about the fact that your boss never took the time to learn how to properly communicate? What if he never took the time to understand the things that make you tick, that you value, that you appreciate? What if your boss never really mastered his own life? And he's actually living in that state of stress and trying to project that state of stress onto other people so that he can create a social congruency effect. Well, why is it about you then? So why is it that you experience the stress at all? Think about it. Why can't you choose to be thrilled? Why can't you choose to be amused? Why can't you choose to be entertained? Why can't you choose to be empowered by everything that happens? By default, no matter what, no matter how, quote, bad. Because guess what? Now you're not stressed anymore. Now when you go in and your boss starts to yell at you, he's going to notice something, that you're not affected by it. And you know what else is going to happen? He's going to start treating you differently. He's going to start showing you respect. He's going to start viewing you in his mind as a different person, a person that is not willing to accept that state of stress. It no longer serves you. It does not draw you. It does not help you. It doesn't stick to you. You know what does stick? Empowerment, power, progress, advantage. And all of a sudden you start having very different conversations. You start having conversations about how you can grow the business, what things you can do. All of a sudden you find yourself as a trusted advisor to that same person that used to push you down. All of a sudden you find yourself in a position of power and of certainty with who you are, and in a relative sense as well. All of a sudden you're not stressed when you go into work. All of a sudden you're going into work and you're excited because your boss appreciates you and values you. And all of a sudden you go into work and one day your boss quits and has you take his position. And all of a sudden now you're the boss. Okay, but if you stay stuck in a paradigm of stress, you will never get there, ever. You would never break out. So it starts with that space. It starts with that space between the thing that happens out here and your action. I don't even consider it a reaction, because you can totally choose to just always be positive. Period. No matter how much pressure you're put under, no matter what things are collapsing around you, you can choose the mindset. You can choose fortitude. You can choose courage. You can choose strength. You can choose to be there for your brothers and sisters, because that's what they need from you. That's what they need from you most. And that's what you need from yourself, is to be that strong, courageous, powerful person. Because if not today, if not right here, right now, when? When are you going to start? Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be after you have your Starbucks? Is it going to be after you go out to dinner? Is it going to be after you go on that vacation? Is it going to be after you get that promotion? Is it going to be after you get that house, car, suit, whatever? Or is it now? Is now the only thing that matters? So get rid of those buts. But the rent, but the car payment, but the insurance, but the medical. Blah, 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 blah. Just things. Just things. Your action is yours. Don't let things that are cheap affect things that are expensive, right? Just like you wouldn't get a Rolls Royce and put a bumper sticker on it. Don't do that to your life. Why are you sticking all these things onto your life when really you should be clean and focused and of your own doing, of your own creation? So just think about that, right? And if you resonated with this topic, we have a community where we dig deeper and deeper and deeper on specific things like this, and we go above and beyond to really break down what it takes to build a business in the modern age. And to be an entrepreneur in this current climate, where being an entrepreneur is the sexiest thing ever, but there's very little support. There's very little actual tangible knowledge to say, look, you're getting into entrepreneurship, you're gonna need to learn finance, you're gonna need to learn P&Ls, you're gonna need to learn, channels of acquisition, product placement, marketing, sales, tick, 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 tick. So it comes off as this sexy thing, but yet they don't really give you the tools. Right? It's very easy for me to rant and hoorah about how great entrepreneurship is. It's completely different for me to give you the tools that you're gonna need for the skills, but also the mindset tools that you're gonna need in those days when things are darkest, when you have nowhere to turn. Okay? That's why we created the Hustle System VIP community. It is specifically there to support people just like you in times of need. So we're gonna include a link down below. I mentioned it at the end of this video because it's something that's been my life purpose, my life work, something that is my mission and a legacy that I will leave behind long after I'm gone. And I do it for you because you watching are trying so hard. You're doing everything you think is right. And sometimes you still come up short. Sometimes it's still not enough. And sometimes you want to give up, and I get that, and that's okay. That's the whole point. So we go in, we look at it. We look at ourselves in the mirror and we say, you know what? I wanted to give up before, but we didn't. Because we stood strong together as a community. And we supported each other. And when we found our brothers and sisters in those moments of darkness, we pulled them back into the light. That is why we created this community. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please click the link below, check it out. It means a lot to me. This video has been about how to break out of the addiction of stress and start living your own life and just have a better life in general. As always, this is Hustle System. My name is Mikhail. I help people master their mindset, build a better business, and help you live your life on your terms. Comment down below this video. Check out the community. I am extremely grateful for you. I love you. Thank you. Let's keep doing what we're doing. And I will see you in the next video.